Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on a couple of Bot Shots figures. Now, Bot Shots, it's just rock, paper, scissors, but with these little Transformers figures. Well, as you can see, I've got these little figures of Prime, Megatron, and Barricade. And these were part of a little game. Pretty much you could get these little singular packs, you can get free packs, you can even get launches. So yeah, these characters were packed in multiple ways, and there were like characters from all different Transformers series. I mean, we had G1 characters, Movieverse characters, Prime characters, and I think we even had a few Cybertron characters because I think Scourge and Dirt Boss were even in the line, which is pretty cool. But as we can see, Prime is supposed to be, I think this is supposed to be G1 Prime, but with Movieverse Prime style alternate mode. With Megatron, I mean, it definitely resembles Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's tank mode, but I guess it's up to debate, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be G1 Megatron. You'll see in robot mode. And with Barricade, come on, that's movie Barricade. This was around the time when the only Barricades that looked like a police car was the Movieverse character. This was before the police car Barricade was integrated into G1. Well, let's have a look at these vehicles individually. Starting off with Prime. As you can see, he's pretty much a little deformed truck. And this is adorable. I mean, it's both a truck and a trailer integrated into one. I mean, it even has the classical trailer line that G1 Prime's trailer has. So this is a fusion between G1 Prime and Movieverse Prime's alternate modes. Because even though it's got G1 Prime's colors and a bit of his trailer, it's a long-nosed truck like Movie Prime. Having a little 360. So yeah. The front, we can see that the actual grille, if this will focus, got an Autobahn insignia on the actual grille section, which is pretty cool. And the underneath, which pretty much just reveals how he transforms, but I promise I will get into that once I show off the other two. Next up, let's have a look at Megatron. And I think this version of Megatron was released in a launcher, which I don't have the actual launcher. I bought these guys in a free pack on eBay. Oh, well, not a free pack, a bundle on eBay. As you can see, this guy's a tank, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be based on Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's tank mode. I say that because this bit at the front, it just reminds me of Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Plus, it looks Cybertronian enough to be Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's tank mode. As you can see, it's like a dark brown sort of color. It's not Megatron's usual grey or silver. And the underneath, which again just reveals the robot mode. We can see the face does resemble G1 Megatron, so it's up to debate whether it's G1 or movie Megatron. And finally, Barricade. It's just a standard police car. The little sirens here. And underneath, which has a G1 styled version of his head. And well, that's pretty much it for their vehicle modes. They're very small and they're very cute. And well, how do these guys transform? Well, let's try it with these two. If you know the Bot Shots toy line, you know how these guys transform, but for anyone who doesn't know, these guys are pretty much automorph. The way that the way that these guys transform is you're supposed to ram them into each other to transform, like this. Well, and as you can see, Prime pretty much landed on his back, while Megatron just stayed on his... And Megatron just stayed on his front. And that's how they transform. And they transform their back, just... do that. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. You have to... Well... Especially if you're trying to do them close to each other. You have to round them together. Yeah, it's like rock, paper, scissors. If one of them falls, one of them stands, then that one's the winner. But if they both stand, then I think you have to... It's decided by this little roller thing in their chest. If you see with Prime, he has a little sword in his chest. Megatron has a fist. Yeah, you can choose between a sword, a gun, or just a bare fist. I just choose the sword of Prime because it's red like him. But from what I can remember, I think the fist beats the sword. Can't really remember. I'm just going to go with the highest number, because as you can see, Megatron here is 530, while Prime's only 280, so let's just say Megatron wins that battle. Next up, let's have Megatron against Barricade. Just so we can see Barricade's robot mode as well. Oh, that one didn't really work. And Megatron wins by default because Barricade didn't even transform there. But this gives me an opportunity to show how they transform without doing the little game. Yeah, pretty much to transform them, you just touch the little... You have to tap the little front bumper section here. And that's how they transform. And let's just do the same with Prime. It's best if you don't do it while they're in... Well, especially if you don't do it while they're lying like that, because then only the bumper section transforms, the front section. If anything, I recommend you do it while they're standing up like this, just so everything can flip out, like so. But well, that's pretty much the transformations. Yeah, they all have the same transformation. Which means that the wheelbase becomes Prime's arms instead of his legs, but who cares? It's supposed to be a little gimmick toy instead of an actual mainline figure. But looking at the figures individually, looking at Prime first, we can see that he definitely does look like Prime, especially with the head. He's got the blue legs, even though they're just molded. Does have a bit of a backpack though, just because of the simplicity. And once again, the transformation is very simple. And as I say that, that's when the gimmick just stops working on me, because I'm on camera. Now, one thing I've noticed is, while these wheels are actual wheels, the middle ones here are not actual wheels, are fake. Yeah, I don't know why. Now, having a look at Megatron, as you can see, he definitely looks like G1 Megatron head-wise. Because of the transformation, he has no fusion cannon. It's pretty much just like Prime, and the cannon's just on the back. Transformation is just the same. That's pretty much it. And finally, for Barricade, once again, very simple figure. The face definitely looks like a G1 version of movie Barricade. If anything, it sort of reminds me of Smokescreen a little bit. Although that's just me. Once again, transformation's the same. So I have to get... It can be a bit tricky to get everything lined up. Once you do it, then, well, it's pretty cool. I'm running out of things to say, though. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, there's no articulation on these guys. They can't move their heads whatsoever. Their legs are just molded pieces. They can't move their arms. I mean, technically they can, but they're on springs. So, I mean, technically it looks like that's sort of T-posing, although here it's more like, I don't know, A-posing or something. But yeah, they can't really pose, sadly. But, I mean, it's a gimmick toy. So, what do you expect? These are spring-loaded Transformers, so of course they can't really pose that well. Well, do I have any other... Well, not... The lack of posability isn't a complaint, though. Do I have any actual complaints? Well, the actual transformation into the vehicle mode is going to be a bit of a hassle at times, because it's very easy to accidentally hit the truck bumper on Prime, just because it's so big. And even then, trying to get him transformed back can be pretty hard as well. Or at least it was when I first got him. With Megatron, it's easier because, you know, you've got that turret to hold on to when he's transforming. Although, this section can also not stay into place when you're trying to transform him. And with Barricade, I don't really have any complaints with him, although I guess that same bumper not locking in thing can also apply to him, although I don't think I've had that issue yet. But yeah, that pretty much does it for my review on these guys. So, do I recommend these guys? Or any other bot shots for that matter, because they all have the same transformation? Well, they're a fun novelty item, I'll give them that, but... Well, if you like Transformers with really good articulation, then maybe these won't be for you, but... If you like Transformers with fast, spring-loaded, one-step transformations... Pretty much, if you like one-step Transformers like I do, then you're gonna love these, because these guys transform in milliseconds, almost. Plus, if you actually manage to do the game right, these guys could be really fun to play with. So if you manage to get a huge collection of bot shots, they could potentially be really fun. So, yeah, this has been my review on the bot shots in my collection so far, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.